All right, Shalom, Labachoyim, Shal Yasher Allah. Shalom, Labachoyim, Shal Yasher Allah. Shalom, Labachoyim, Shal Yasher Allah. First and foremost, want to give all praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Shem Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Greatmillstone who do indeed rule well. And our hearty shalom to all you Akim out there that's pushing this truth in sincerity and in charity. For charity doth covereth the multitude of sins. Right? And shalom to all you women out there that are, you know what I'm saying, listening, to all you Akwak out there that are listening attentively and being silent. You know what I'm saying? As is your duty. Okay? Just learning and listening, and you know what I mean? And with that being said, I wish more people would think that way. You know what I mean? Do less talking than listening, but hey, prophecy got to be fulfilled, right? And so after watching those videos by the elder apostle Gabar, you know what I mean, concerning niggas, man. I mean, let's just keep it a buck, man. I mean, it's no getting around anything he said. Like, there is no getting around it. When you come into this truth, especially when you come into this truth, forget about when you in the world, but especially when you come into this truth and you done got the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you definitely do learn to hate niggas, man. Because the mentality of a nigga is to literally be nothing more than an unnecessary obstruction, especially when you're talking about growth in the spirit. Never mind personal growth, but growth in the spirit, growth in actually trying to please the Most High. Okay? Niggas are nothing more than a fucking unneeded goddamn obstruction. I mean, I say unneeded, but again, the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, they don't lie. Prophecy must be fulfilled. The scriptures say that offenses would come, but hey, woe be unto them that the offense cometh. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is gonna be judged. But right here, I got a perfect example. I have a good example, I should say, of a nigga. Okay. This is the book of Acts. This is during the time of the apostle Paul, when he was going around to the different churches, all right, teaching in them different churches there. This particular church being the Thessalonians, all right. Well, I'm gonna just go right into it. This is Acts, starting at verse Acts chapter 17, Salakia, starting at verse 1. Okay. Now when they had passed through Amphipolis and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica, where it was a synagogue of the Jews. Again, this is where you get the book of Thessalonians from. Okay, the church of Thessalonica. Verse 2, and Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them, and 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures. So now notice Paul ain't coming out of his own heart when he go to reason with them. Notice Paul is not one of them goddamn prosperity preachers that go around and do nothing more than talk about how good life could be when you serve the Lord. No, he reasoned out of the scriptures. And when he was reasoning out of the scriptures, what do you think he was talking about in these scriptures? What do you think he was breaking down? What do you think he was going into? Okay? He wasn't talking smooth things, I'll tell you that, because the scriptures, when you really peep, when you really go deeper into these scriptures, and the elders and apostles bring it out all the time, you coming into this faith, yeah, you better prepare yourself for a lot of tribulation and suffering, man. Because as our Lord suffered, we gotta suffer. How else are we gonna obtain the same crown, right? Continuing on, verse 3. Opening and alleging that, I hate the word Christ. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I fucking hate that word so much, but yeah. Hamashiach is a better, you know what I mean? That's the Hebrew. So opening and alleging that Hamashiach must needs have suffered. You see that? Right there. It's right there. He goes into how YAHAWASHI suffered. Okay? And risen again from the dead, and that this YAHAWASHI, okay, the deliverer, whom I preach unto you, is Hamashiach, anointed, okay, chosen. Verse 4. And some of them believed and consorted with Paul and Silas, and of the devout Greeks a great multitude, and of the chief women not a few. All right, and those Greeks that they're speaking about, were Israelites. All right, they weren't actual Greeks. All right, they were being called Greeks because they were citizens of Greece. They were not Greeks by blood. They were Israelites. Okay, Israelite foreigners that were walking after the ways of the Greeks, but he was converting them. Okay, back to who they truly are. Verse 5. But the Jews which believed not moved with envy. Okay, what were they so envious of? YAHAWASHI. Because when it's all said and done, you know what I mean? A lot of them guys, well, again, that's a nigga for you. They're out there for their own belly. They're not out there to uplift the Most High. A lot of them, well, the scriptures talk about guys like that. They make broad their phylacteries, you know. they preach for filthy lucre's sake. You know what I mean? Those a lot of those are the same so-called, you know what I mean? So-called brothers, and they ain't brothers. But the Jews which believe not move with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort. And that's basically a nigger, okay? A lewd fellow of the baser sort. And when you really pay close attention to these niggas out here, man, a lot of them are base as fuck. I'm talking very fucking base. The scriptures talk about how the simple believeth every word. Oh my goodness. Our people, man. And to even prove that further, you know what I mean? The elders and apostles, again, say it best. And I've even come to see this in my own life. These motherfuckers out here, man, these niggas, man, they follow way too hard after the woman. They be like the one vessel that got no business leading shit. That's what they follow. So that should tell you something about them, all right? Continuing. But the Jews, which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the baser sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city on an uproar. And this is kind of, and this is a little bit of what we see going on right now. We kind of see the same nonsense going on right now. Okay? Which the elders and apostles had already brought out, that really and truly this is nothing more than a ploy to precipitate the pressure from above. They're the pressure from below. Okay? So it's all an agenda. Really and truly. But this is a perfect example right here. Okay? I mean, this is an example. I'm not going to call it a perfect example, but this is an example of what's going on right now. All right? And gathered a company and set all the city on an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. Bring who out to the people? All right? Those men that were teaching the truth. Paul and Silas. Okay? And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, These that have turned the world upside down are come hither also. Turned the world upside down. He told you the truth and you freaking hated it. You didn't like it. So you persecute them. That's what niggas do. Anytime they hear truth, these motherfuckers is not going to reflect. They're going to persecute the people that's telling the truth. That's why they're the baser sort. And they troubled the people. And the rulers of the city when they heard these things. And when they had taken security of Jason and of the other, they let them go. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea. Who cometh thither, went into the synagogue of the Jews. Now listen to this. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. Okay? Because they believed. Alright? They believed. Therefore, many of them believed also of honorable women, which were Greeks, and of men, not a few. Okay? Once again, every time you see Greeks there, think Hebrews, because these were Israelites. These were the Israelite foreigners in Greece, all right, that walked after the ways of the Greeks, but then was converted. Verse 13. But when the Jews of Thessalonica had knowledge that the word of the Most High was preached of Paul at Berea, they came thither also and stirred up the people. And then immediately the brethren sent away Paul to go, as it were, to the sea. But Silas and Timotheus abode there still. Okay? But the point that I'm making here, when you read this verse, you see how niggas are when it comes to the truth? Okay? See how niggas are when it comes to this truth, man? Oh, my goodness. A lot of icons popping up all of a sudden. But that's how the devil is when he doesn't want this word coming out. But this is how niggas are, man. Alright? Right about now, prophecy gotta be fulfilled. So right about now, like Uncle Ruckus said off of the Boondocks, niggas nowadays is harder to get rid of than the stink off of shit. But hey, you know what I mean? The Most High gonna bring that judgment very soon from the left-hand side and smite the living mess out of these 2/3 niggards, man. That's really and truly what this whole thing comes down to, all right? So the response is simple, man. This is just an example of the ways of niggas, man. Here it is, the apostles going out there, which the word apostle literally means sent away, okay? He's going out there and he's teaching the people, all right? He's converting the people back to their heritage, okay? So the Lord makes it clear that this word is for the lost sheep of the house of Israel, all right? And to no other people were we sent. So there you go. Here he is, the man doing his job, and what happens in Thessalonica with those that didn't believe? Do they say, you know what, let's disagree to disagree? Do they say that? No. They bewail the people. They want to bring the people to the rulers of the city. Like, only niggas would do shit like that right there. Only niggas do shit like that. But in the end, all right, in the end, as it is written, okay, woe be unto them that the offense cometh, man. The Lord is going to smite the 2/3, destroy them utterly. And then when they come back now in the kingdom, they're going to be, man, I'm telling you, they're going to be completely laid waste, destroyed, taken to the cleaners. All right? There's going to be nothing left of them bozos. They're going to come back in the kingdom, and they're no longer going to be niggas in the kingdom. They're going to be pretty much clean. They're going to be, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be right, but they're going to be ashamed, like the elder explained. Okay? And with that, I'm not going to make this any longer. I just wanted to bring out that quick point in Acts 17. Really, the whole chapter is good. But for the most part, I think the point has been made. You know what I mean? This is just an example of niggas, man. And I wanted to use this, to do this video to respond to the elder and let him know, well, listen, man, look. The Lord's flock here, the Lord's flock is definitely hearing his word. And soon from now, it's going to be over for this place. All right? The elect are being sealed up. And soon that window of grace is going to be shut, and there's going to be nothing that anybody's going to be able to say. All right. And so with that, as it is, as the elders and apostles would say, it's on to the next one. All right. Until then, I say shalom.